I want to welcome the GMs and the wives, the godly men and the warm, inviting, feminine, empathetic women out there. Today, I want to talk about how they thought that they could get away with scamming you, and they thought that you'd give up after you were scammed. But here's the thing about people that are on the righteous path is that we don't give up. And we're going to be surrounding ourselves with people that are building something. We're not going to be around people that are trying to degrade others into doing things or to casually insult people or anything like that. That's not what we're about here. And here's the thing, right? Because we live in a society where trust is trust in general is like a mirror, right? If you crack the mirror, it's going to be very hard to fix that trust in that mirror if it ever gets broken. And so one thing that I value about myself is complete transparency. And I encourage you to critique me in the things that I do and what I say. In the Bible, it says that a wise man will be glad that he is corrected, whereas a fool gets upset. Something along those lines, right? I can't remember the exact verse at the moment, but it just came to me. And that's the kind of person that I want to be. That's the kind of man that I am. I'm not the kind of man that gets angry when someone is giving me an honest critique, because if you've thought about it, and you've legitimately put effort into thinking about it, then I'm all ears. But if you're going to insult me, then we're not going to be able to talk to each other, because I'm not going to insult you. And we're here to talk about ideas. We're here to talk about a vision. And whether or not you want that vision to be yours, that's up to you. That's up to you. If you don't align with me, but yet we can still grow separately, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to be on like what I'm about in order for us to get along and be civil. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm about. But if you're going to be with me, the people that are actually with me know that they're with me. And I'm going to take care of my people. I'm going to take care of them. This is how I live my life. This is how I live, because it's shown to be the most proactive way to live life. And so now you have a lot of people in the world where they're trying to gaslight you, they're trying to belittle you, they're trying to take advantage of who you are, because if you're watching this video, you're probably someone that has, in one way, shape, or form, felt some kind of aloneness in the world. You're probably someone that knows that there's something great inside them. You just don't know how to get it out. It's like this shell that just, you know that you can crack it to let the light out, but you don't know how to do that all the times. And I've had this kind of stuff happen with people in my consultations where I've literally had, and the people that know of my consultations, have done consultations with me, understand this. I've had visions when I'm in consultations with people where I can see spiritually what's going on. And I've had visions like this with certain people. And one in particular that I'm thinking of, he was able to let the light shine through once he understood that he had to let go of his own limitations. He had to let go of his own fear, because he knew on the other side that the thing that he needed to overcome, it would be receptive to him. But it was the fear of being receptive was the thing that he needed to be overcoming. And so he did that. And he made it. And he's making it now. And his life is much better because of it. So many times in our society, we're just gaslit into believing that we can't believe in ourselves, or that we can't think for ourselves, or that the sky isn't blue. Oh, the sky's purple. What the hell are you talking about? The sky is freaking blue. Like, let's not be idiots here. Let's not pretend to be something that we're not just to fit into with another group. Let's not play dumb, okay? I don't get people nowadays. I just don't get so many people. I understand them, but at the same time, it's like, we could live life so much more simply. Life doesn't need to be so freaking complicated. And all of the people that have tried to scam you in the past, or that have tried to manipulate you into doing something, everything that I do in my life, it's an open invitation or not. I'm not going to try to force you into doing anything. I can make recommendations. I can give possible solutions, or I can set boundaries, but I'm not going to be able to force my will upon you. I don't do that. I'll be assertive and I'll tell you what I would like and what I need from you, what I want from you, what I want from myself, what I expect from myself, what do I need from myself. But I'm not going to force you to give that to me. I'm just going to let you know what it is that I need or want from you. This is what a healthy relationship looks like. You should be able to talk openly about your needs or your wants or your desires. And if you are not in any kind of particular situation like this in your personal life where you can do that, you're probably not with the right people. And if you're at a job or whatever, and you have to kind of, keep your tongue on the low, so to speak. You can't really talk too much because you've got some crazy people that will try to spread rumors or such about you, or try to scam other people into believing that you're someone that you're not. Yeah, you've got to be mindful. You've got to be careful. And sometimes it's better to be just silent, because oftentimes the people that are silent sometimes are viewed as more wise. And why do you think that is? It's because nobody knows what to attack. Nobody knows what to use against them because they're... Why do you think we have the Fifth Amendment here in the United States? Because you have the right to be silent. You don't need to talk. But that doesn't mean that you don't, you don't. But we had that vision. Our founding fathers had that vision in the United States, for those that are living in the United States, had that vision because they understood that sometimes it's more wise, if things go awry, to just stay silent and let the results speak for themselves. And sometimes that's what you just got to do with life. Sometimes you just need to let the results speak for themselves. Sometimes you just need to put in the effort, put in the time, put in the consistency, learn what you need to learn, take it with a grain of salt, and move the crap on. Because there's not much else you need to do in that moment or situation. There might have been some kind of tie, soul tie, or generational curse that you've been trying to overcome. You have to realize that we live in the spiritual world just as much as we live in the worldly world. Okay? For those that don't understand exactly what I mean, everything is spiritual. You've created everything that is happening in your life with your mind. You've created everything going on in your life through your thoughts. Whether you want to believe that or not, your thoughts are way more powerful than you could possibly imagine. And I'm here to tell you guys that life is too beautiful, and you are too much of an amazing person on the inside, your true self, to let yourself be dragged down by people that want to manipulate you. These narcissists out here, these Jezel to the bezels, the Jezebels. I like to call them Jezel to the bezel because they're just everywhere. Don't even give them your time. Don't even give them your attention. These people don't deserve it. A lot of them don't. And that's the unfortunate reality of the situation. But it is what it is. And so here we are. Another day. Another battle. And we're still continuing forward because that's all that we really can do at the end of the day. We've got to move past certain things in this life and just leave them behind sometimes. It's unfortunate. It's not always fun. And if you're anybody like me that used to be codependent in my relationships where I felt extreme unease, like letting people down, so to speak, or disappointing people. Because when I was growing up in my environment, if I just voiced if I didn't like something or if I didn't want to do something against my will, like, and it wasn't like I don't want to take out the trash or I don't want to clean. Like, I would do chores. That was fine. That was totally fine for me. What I'm talking about is like super extracurricular things or trying to meet people that I don't really care to meet or talk to, talking to people that I had really no association with, or people that, like, this can cause abandonment trauma. I know this, but this was more of a, for me anyway, that's the way that I understand it. It's like people would come to visit the house and then my parents would leave. It's like, I don't know who these people are. Like, now you expect me to, like, I knew who they were, but I wasn't like acquainted with them. I didn't know them. And so, like, now I'm left with these random people. I don't want to do that. And so if I would voice that kind of thing, for example, if I would voice like, hey, I don't want to do this, I was severely punished for that. And so I learned that, oh, I can't displease people. I can't displease people that want to just force me to do things against my will and leave me with people that I don't want to be around. You can move away from these situations now that you're a grown-up. If you're watching this, you're likely a grown-up, over 18 years old. You can leave these kinds of situations. You don't have to be around these kinds of people if you don't want to. If they're not adding something to your life and you're not able to add something to theirs, what are you doing? There's really nothing to do. So with that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful. And until next time, peace be with you.